Welcome to the Evidence Informed Teaching Podcast. Are you a teacher wanting to improve your classroom practice and deliver excellent teaching through access to research? Do you have a passion for teaching and are looking to connect with other like-minded colleagues through professional discussions? The Chartered College has partnered with TeacherTap to support teachers to deliver excellent teaching through access to research, and we invite you to be part of this community. On this podcast, you will hear from fellow teachers, research experts, and you have the opportunity to be part of this professional discussion. You can find out more about the Chartered College of Teaching and TeacherTap in the show notes. And if you find this episode helpful, why not share it with a teacher friend, take a screenshot and post it on your social media, or even better, leave us a 5-star written review.
Well, here we are. Wonderful holiday behind us. Autumn term has begun. It's lovely to be able to speak to you today from the Chartered College of Teaching. I just wanted to share with you some highlights of what's going to be coming up and areas where you can engage with us at the Chartered College. You may know that we exist because we really want to promote and develop what it means to be a teacher. We want to raise the status of teaching. We want to enable teachers to be justly and rightly proud of the work they do. We also want to support teaching assistants. We know that support staff are so crucial in classrooms up and down the land. And we also want to work with our leaders, our very hardworking leaders of schools and multi-academy trusts, professional affiliates who work in universities, who may work as consultants, who may work beyond schools. We're all wanting to work together to collaborate to support teaching. We work, as you may know already, we work with the state sector and the independent sector. We work with international schools. In fact, we'll pretty much talk to anybody that is passionate about education. Our journal, Impact, is published 3 times a year. You may well have seen a copy of that. And that's packed full every time we have an edition of articles about a particular theme. We're really keen to hear from teachers in classrooms. We're keen to hear from academics. We're keen to make sure that we always present a balanced story, that we don't just take one view. We're not partisan. We're not ideological. We are led by the evidence. So we take a view and we try and explore it from a range of different perspectives. And that's also what we do on this series of podcasts. So we work together with TeacherTap. And TeacherTap is a really excellent way of just gaining really fast, kind of quick data from teachers. You may know that TeacherTap pings at about 4:30 every day. And there's always a series of questions, and people answer those questions honestly and quickly as they can. And then there's also recommended further reading. But also, crucially, there's the updates of what was said yesterday. So you can kind of see where your views fitted in with other people who responded. So working with TeacherTap is a brilliant way of being able to pick on areas that are live and really of interest in the moment and use the data collected to sort of interrogate further what the issues might be. So I'm going to be speaking just next week. I'm going to be speaking with a head teacher who is working at a school in Ukraine, obviously suffering a tremendous amount of challenge right now with resources, the challenge of working in a war zone, quite frankly, and how he's managing, how he's enabling his staff to continue to do what they're doing, how he's recruiting, how he's retaining teachers, and also how he's working with the Chartered College to really kind of keep body and soul together, I think. So we'll be very interested to hear what he's got to say. If you've got suggestions for other things that you would like us to talk about on these podcasts, then please do get in touch at hello@chartered.college. We'd be very happy to hear from you. But if you think back to the year that we've just had in terms of podcasts, we've had a whole range of different contributions from all kinds of people. And the idea is that we continually offer a rich diet, a menu that means that if you're cycling or walking the dog or washing the dishes or whatever it is that you're doing, you can have your podcast on and nevertheless be entertained and hopefully educated at the same time. That's the aim of what we're trying to do. We looked at how research priorities are set last term, and we talked about ways in which we want to explore the kinds of areas that matter in classrooms. How do we make sure that the evidence that we're talking about is relevant to you in your classroom on a wet Wednesday afternoon? That's the kind of thing that really makes the difference to our teachers. And while I've got you, maybe you'd be interested in thinking about becoming a chartered teacher. So we have chartered accountants, don't we? And we have chartered engineers. The idea of being a chartered teacher is to really evidence your practice beyond your initial teacher training. So you've trained to teach, you've been teaching for a number of years. This is a time to really interrogate your practice, to look and see what does the literature say, what really works in your context, engage in a particular project that's of interest to you, something that's that you want to find out more about in your classroom, really interrogating that, recording some of that, writing essays, and there's even an exam. So, this is not for the faint-hearted, but colleagues who've engaged with that chartered route really talk to us about how their confidence has improved, how their sense of being able to articulate their practice has really developed, how they've been able to explore things about their particular classroom, their particular school, their particular context that have made a massive difference. And additionally, anecdotally, we're hearing that many colleagues who become chartered subsequently receive promotion. And this is not about necessarily promotion beyond the classroom. We're very keen to keep our best teachers teaching. But for some colleagues, that sense of wanting to be a mentor for other colleagues and gaining chartered status around that is something that's really compelling. Or maybe you've just taken on a leadership role and you really want to understand not just the kind of theory that you might get on an MPQ, but the real kind of relevance to your school, your community, your staff. How are you going to find a way through? How are you going to enable change to take place? How are you going to set your vision, live by your vision, achieve amazing things? All of this is something that we look at on the chartered route. So as you probably know, there are many things that the Chartered College does on your behalf. There's so many resources that we have available for you. The events that we offer are recorded and you can play them back. We have videos of classrooms. We have videos of teachers talking about issues related to their particular practice. So we've got a suite of recordings all about mental health, and we're listening to mental health experts talking about particular issues like eating disorders or anxiety. And then we go to classrooms where teachers are actually enacting things that will make a difference in that particular space. So those kinds of things. Or it might be early years. We've got a very thriving early years hub, or it could be that you're an early career teacher and you want to explore more about behaviour management. Who doesn't? All kinds of things that are available for you. It might be that you are really keen to make your classroom a far more diverse place where we look at decolonisation. So we've got a whole range of webinars on that, or inclusive leadership. Really, there are so many things that you can gain from your membership of the Chartered College. And the most important thing, I suppose, is that we engage with you and that you feel that you have a voice as a member and that your opinions are listened to and that they really matter. We're not a union. We're never going to be an ideological organisation, and we're not politically affiliated in any way. But we do try to speak up on behalf of the profession. We try to make sure that society at large understands the value that teachers bring, the difference that you make every day in your classroom, even when it feels like you're not making a difference. So I hope very much that you'll engage with these podcasts as we go through the term, as we go through the year ahead. And I look forward to engaging with you through your membership.
If you have enjoyed today's episode and would like to access more research evidence for your classroom, you can join the Chartered College of Teaching for as little as $196 per month at www.chartered.college. And remember to download TeacherTap free from your app or Play Store to share your views, opinions, and experiences from the classroom. Every voice makes the picture clearer.